Why, the introduction to the special issue asked, were American women, while enjoying more material, political, and social advantages than any other women in history, nonetheless so discontent with their lot? And the editors got an earful. The writer Catherine Drinker Bowen speculated that the revolution was imminent in light of the falling birth rate, since surely no woman can devote a life to the raising of only 2 kids. Paula Stern, fresh out of graduate school at Harvard, described marriage as a refuge from a hostile world and an agency in making sure it stayed bad in the future. Once married, she can stop fighting cultural stereotypes and start teaching them to her children. Sociologist and women's rights activist Alice Rossi told the magazine the insulting stories she'd been gathering from working women, stories that must have been resonant and reassuring to the Stanford law grad who was offered only a secretarial berth when she applied. "I never wanted to teach grade school children," one woman had told Rossi, "but I found so much prejudice and resentment against me in my first job in an architectural firm that I couldn't take it. I left and switched to teaching art. At least I feel welcome in a school." Another reported that she had the experience last year of seeing a job I had filled for 2 years upgraded when it was filled by a man at double the salary I was paid for the same work. College-trained women are lumped with the secretarial and clerical staff, while college-trained men are seen as potential executives. A few years of this, and everybody is behaving according to what is expected of them, not what they're capable of. Rossi's article included this now commonplace but then revolutionary insight. If women are vital and assertive, they're rejected as aggressive bitches out to castrate men. If they're quiet and unassuming, they are rejected as unlikely to amount to much. O'Connor struggled visibly to thread that same needle. She ran for office, but she ran home to make dinner every night for her husband and 3 sons. In an early speech to women students at the local university, she extolled the virtues of dependence on a male spouse. Those women who are fortunate enough to have husbands or other means to support them can truly enjoy the freedom of choice to select that work which is most satisfying to them, and to select work of a part-time or occasional nature. She repeated without irony John O'Connor's joke about her career in speeches about how to combine love and work. "I think it is a tribute to American democracy," O'Connor's lawyer husband said, "when a cook, who moonlights as a janitor, can be elected to high public office." When O'Connor wrote to President Nixon in 1971 on the subject of the 2 Supreme Court nominations he had before him, it was merely to encourage him to consider for appointment one of the well-qualified women lawyers in our country today. But she hastened to reassure him that she was confident that his selections will be well considered and wise. After all, Chief Justice Warren Burger has already proven himself to the American people to have been a splendid choice. Unknown to O'Connor, Burger had made his opposition to a female nomination clear to the president, threatening to resign if the president polluted the court with a woman. O'Connor may have read the Atlantic articles on what women want, but she turned down the page corner at the piece that cataloged the laws at every level of American government that treated women differently. The Equal Rights Amendment-fueled attack on the web of legal discrimination against women suited her perfectly. Exactly like Ginsburg at her feminist awakening, O'Connor began creating a hit list of such laws in her case in the state she was helping to govern and set about having them changed. The first task was a no-brainer: repeal the state law limiting women to an 8-hour workday.